Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football.
Your voice sounds a little seasoned. You okay?
Sports.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight,
boy, you so lucky. Oh, God.
And we begin with a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
You gonna keep trying to rush me?
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and some room to work. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, he came straight for him. There, y'all open that fucking line up like pussy.
All the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A second down throw for Prescott.
This guy.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Prescott to throw it. Well, he's trying
no!
But it's
intercepted. Get the fuck out of here.
Johnson picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Bro, he even tried to go for the ball.
Ending their opening drive here in the first
he just took him out.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Stafford. And finding the tight end Hooper. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
I just want to know you keep going to step my gangster, bro.
3, 2nd and 7.
That's all I want to know.
First carry for Kenyon Drake.
And he just did this. I swear to God, I hate this game. I floated that bitch and he did a low pass.
First down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line.
That shit is trash.
They keep clearing holes like that. Could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very...
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Please demolish him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Kenyon Drake, 28 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell.
Come on, man, don't get behind him.
Touchdown.
Fuck. Oh, man, what kind of shit was that?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. On first down, Taylor. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
Oh, he dropped the ball! Oh, my Lord.
On 2nd down and 4. Stafford, that's caught by the Notre Dame man.
Why did he drop the ball?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Kick return and a punt return touchdown.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the
Oh, come on!
penalty.
Oh, my Lord. That shit was cutting. That shit was cutting, but I'm salty still. He's hitting the other way.
Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step.
Oh, my God, man.
Right
every time the screen turns, the fuck around.
On 2nd and 2.
Do some fuck ass shit like that.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline.
Let's go.
And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his stance and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Right within there every now and then.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they got themselves.
I heard you in the back. Let's go.
On 1st down, Drake looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Every fucking running back on the team
Short. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, and making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can
oh my God, is that the kick?
That's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw
Eddie, what the fuck, bro?
Really big game we were playing. Not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Let's go.
Moving the pressure right.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball to coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make.
That was trash.
Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it is.
Fucking bro, this first game
the average a bit as this time they're able to get him
How
behind
was
the
the
line.
whole fucking squad?
What kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that one, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
That man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really. Back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. 3rd and long for Prescott. Now Smith-Schuster complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills have taken the lead.
1st down.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Let's go.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, boys.
And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Let's go. Use his pick, nigga.
He is down deep into Buffalo territory. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 14-yard line. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
God,
Solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Bye, bitch.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case,
wow, Lamar,
definitely been under duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants to touchdown. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
But this...
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando.
I've been practicing
He'll have a
with
look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way
that right,
for a
Lewis.
Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
1 more, 3 now.
Gostkowski with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not
Let's
like
go.
to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it.
Hey, don't feel bad, man. That nigga Lou got 11 picks.
Limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
I got
Patriot
5.
offense now set to come back out on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Wrong with the football. What the fuck? Yes.
On 1st and 10, Stafford, and he hits Drake. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Ike, you win your game.
Out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Now a throw
Hey, look at
running
Lou.
back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback.
Thank you, Roquan.
He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, he'll have a 1st down past the 40.
Hell no. I didn't get up to go.
Big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
But he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
the play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete.
Come on, Terrell, that's a pick, bro. That is a pick.
Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the ball. That's bullshit.
Prescott down. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
Let's go. Good
As they'll
shit.
stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. The give to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the
rookie, this your time to shine, baby.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Damn. You have to get there.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Yeah. Big game.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we reach halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
I know, right? Don't lie to me, baby.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are fast underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half.
Go ahead and check the receiver.
Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made
got a little,
in that locker room.
And I never want to make some.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Sharp got 200 yards.
The intended receiver. And now it's second down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because it's a physical quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
Oh, he was wide open, bro.
They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Raekwon McMillan.
Probably the cleanest one.
Works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You said me?
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15.
3 games. Oh, good read,
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead
Oh, my God,
we
bro.
talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones.
How much money?
Boy, I had to put
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not
That was dead in his
They
hand.
like the result of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them
I
stand.
am.
what's his name? Feels one of the pieces
Oh,
of
come
touch.
on.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna beat your ass
His
when
own
I'm
goal
in the
line, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not one of those guys.
A young quarterback,
I love
maybe
a
that's
challenge.
just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall
Come on,
back.
bro. Why y'all running with
And
this?
he's going to go down for the
Tackle his
fifth
ass,
time
bro.
tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big
I ain't
plays.
like that
Just be
nigga you
perfect.
knew in
just
the
have to get
league,
ball
nigga.
out of the end zone.
And in the offensive
New
huddle,
me.
that was discussed when they called the play.
New
Just get
year.
out of the end zone.
Wow,
You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle,
man.
they actually call a set
stupid
and
as
then
fuck.
say at the end of it,
How
get a
stupid as
safety.
fuck.
So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter.
Oh,
The
no!
ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
It
So
did.
whatever the game plan was,
Look,
you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really, that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage for big plays, and your team's winning. Only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with a recipe of the ground game. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Hold on, Saquon.
Here's Prescott.
Why am I doing so much calculation? Hold on.
And he's taken
Who
down.
has Saquon?
I mean, I say Saquon. Yeah, Stephon Diggs, my bad.
Oh, I'm like, hold on, bro. What the fuck didn't happen?
I was getting niggas
Running
confused, bro.
start right back to the backfield for him.
Well, I was over here doing
Anybody a chance to get up
calculus.
there and stop
I
it.
had to roll out the chemistry table. I had to call him my man Mr. White.
Oftentimes,
Good
it
job.
definitely goes to the defensive player.
Man, bro.
9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Let's go!
Comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices
thought I
up the
handed the
defense.
butt.
Oh, without a doubt.
Handed
That's
the
a
remote to my big brother.
Wow, between both of
Looking
y'all?
to throw on second
You
down.
feel like you're playing my big brother.
And that is incomplete.
That is crazy.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third
You
down.
gonna go purify yourself
This
some
offense in
great
desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got Adams on the hookup.
Get the fuck out of here,
And
bro.
getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
They got it together there in breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing is Stafford. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to
Yeah,
catch the
nigga on the
football.
line,
No matter
right here.
what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stafford looks to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're the defense out of their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get
Oh,
there.
what the fuck was
He
that?
is into the
Bro,
end
did you see
zone
him
for
turn
a
back?
touchdown. A great play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Bills will add
My
on to
man's
their
turned
lead.
back like, hold on, forgot my wallet.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, not only the turnover, but
Too many niggas!
to 6 points.
Too many niggas!
They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard
What the fuck was
line.
that?
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put
He's gonna let
him
do it. Wow. What a
Bro,
guy.
what the
Wow.
fuck was that, bro?
This is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He's slapping the ball. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was
there.
there.
Blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Bro, Eddie Jackson is trash, bro.
Don't go blaming Eddie.
Nah, bro, that nigga's trash, bro. That nigga got tired on the first play of the game.
I would imagine at halftime they
went through some possible changes.
Those changes aren't
my point, no. What the fuck? He wasn't even in the play.
It's much more
that just sounds like man.
And what I mean by that
is trash.
You
about to be traded,
I bet
bro.
they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
That nigga ain't make no play. Like Corey throwing to his side, bro. This nigga ain't doing shit.
Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark.
Meanwhile,
at this
back
point.
at the ranch.
Alex Stafford.
All you motherfuckers gonna work overtime on the plantation to get back home.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each
good
other.
pick, boy. Good fucking pick. I didn't see that nigga coming.
To complete the pass and find open room to run.
I would have floated that shit. I thought it was clear.
Squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got
shit, bro.
All day long prepping for the game. They haven't talked about it again and again. Squeeze
I ain't talking about
passing
him. I'm
lanes.
talking about somebody
He'll
else.
be in great shape.
I ain't giving that nigga time. Shut the fuck up.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Look, he a whole X Factor.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over.
I think that's
with
just
a new
a
set
gang,
of
too,
downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
And he's going to lose yardage here.
Hey, Corey, make sure you ready up, bro.
His time is run out on this.
Come on!
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Okay.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
This is how we do
That's
it.
a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that...
That's the thing, bro. My line low-key was doing decent as hell, bro.
They still dented it.
Offensive line
More than decent.
Throwing on first down, but this one
You started shoving them fucking gaps with them blitzes, though. They couldn't hold.
If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the
But
lead because you keep
I got
flinging it
3
around,
decent-ass running backs.
Come on, man. They on this game.
Here now is
Stupid.
2nd and 10, again from the 41.
And this is the thing, this nigga Kenny finna fucking come in, win his game because he got a fucking computer game and fucking take the lead in the division.
Dude looked at the ball. He could have probably ran that bitch back.
He played Jimmy.
Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
I play these fucking Eagles tomorrow, bro.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Yeah, bro, I gotta get this
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Good deal.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road.
I had to put in fucking 69s and shit,
for
bro.
that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL
What the fuck,
is a
bro?
great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation,
oh, now wonder, pinch. Really, man? You run a pinch?
On the road against
a little work still to do, though. And he's up across the 25.
Like, this shit look weird as fuck. Why the fuck my line is collapsing?
This was that first round that was
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's cool.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them.
I know how I get this wide
Come on. There we go. There we go.
Almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra
Shit,
plays.
motherfucker. Goddamn.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So
I wonder why Lee always fucking loses. The Lions play for us.
Here's first and 10.
I thought somebody said that shit was on point.
And he's going to get this down.
You got to be used to playing that type of play.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a
This shit's
first down.
that camel dick.
Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again is Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I don't give a fuck.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I ain't think he was get outran like that, but damn.
All you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way of matching each other's movements.
Good
The Bills
shit.
come to the line to start their next drive.
Shit.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out
Good
there.
job,
You go to
Mr.
the backup,
Clyde.
let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
Man, I'm finna
I
get hit
commentated
with
on
cap, though,
3
if I can trade
games
this
in a row
motherfucker.
that were
I
blowouts.
just signed this.
And none of them did the starting quarterback
Chill,
ever come
bro.
out of the game for the team
Give
that
him
had a
that.
big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later
Man,
on,
they kind of even
why
this
didn't you
up
do
out.
that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little trick to show.
That's some whole ass shit, man.
It's been a really
Cause
long
whole
night for
time,
them,
oh
hasn't
my
it?
God, I
They get a
hate
little
this
bit of a
game.
but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
They'll go to the ground again with Taylor.
fooling
And
around
he's
with
got
y'all
this down
niggas.
almost to the
Like,
20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Man, shit, I made me take my shirt off. You know what that means.
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you get your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Prescott going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag
I should have been so scared, bro.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league,
you bitch! Ah!
As you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Sorry, man. I'm playing a little dangerous, but
now the
I got
Patriot
yours.
offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
wow, come on, bro. Let's get this deal done. Fuck it.
Hey, check.
Mike's 5'9".
Oh, that's trash. I got the green across the board, and they said they
And
declined.
it is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Wow,
After the
now they start
incomplete
doing this.
pass here now is 2nd and 10.
59 mark. Check.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
I don't know. Hey, did they say there's another